Hey Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I just wanted to can just get your thoughts on the signing and coming back to Alberta with play with the Oilers. I know probably had some pretty good matchups against them. What's going to be like playing with them?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to participate in the Battle of Alberta again. Obviously, I think this was just a great fit for me, and obviously, Edmonton has a great team, right? So I just want to come in here and play my game and just kind of help the team whatever way possible to win, and hopefully get them over the finish line this year. I'm excited to be here, excited to be an Oiler, and yeah, excited to get things going already.
What kind of a role do you see yourself fitting in here? Do you see yourself as a top six role playing on a wing, maybe with McDavid or Draisaitl?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think I'm for sure capable. I think last year was a little bit of a down year for me, but I think I could get right back to where I've been and what I can do. Right. I think a lot of you guys have seen it, and the fans and everyone that saw me playing in Calgary and know what I'm capable of. So I'm just excited to, hopefully be given an opportunity. Obviously, there's a lot of good players on this team. So I think me just looking at the roster, I could hopefully play with anyone and going up and down. And I think could be good fits wherever coach decides to put me.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you. We'll go
Yeah, thank you.
to Mark Spector of Sportsnet.
Hi, Andrew.
All right.
We watched you break in Calgary, and you were a difficult player to play against. I don't need to tell you what you were. You made your way into the league. You went out east. You come back. Now you're an older guy. You're a veteran, right? 29 years old. Who have you become? What have you learned, and how have you changed and perhaps improved from the guy we watched back in the Calgary days?
Yeah, I think that's in the Calgary games, you're kind of just in the Calgary days, you're just kind of maybe a little immature and you're still trying to, figure out your kind of role and everything like that. But that's always kind of been a part of my game though, is kind of being, tenacious, hardworking, forechecking, and trying to get in there and just start things, right? Started like hit guys on the forecheck, start maybe some scrums and just get involved in the game that way. I think that really helps out my game is just being more involved, and that's including being on the power play, being on the PK, wanting to be out there last minute of the game and just kind of being put out there in all situations. And I feel like that's where I thrive. And that's kind of what I feel like I've learned over the years is trying to, be on that line of, and obviously not drop or not take any penalties and all that, but, aggravate guys and get under their skin and be a pest and be annoying to play against, right? I think that's what kind of makes me successful. And yeah, I'm happy to be back in all Alberta and hopefully be given the opportunity to play in kind of all situations here.
Yeah, if it's not easy coming in here and being Leon Draisaitl's winger, right? Or Connor
Yeah, yeah,
McDavid's winger. Like that's a different animal. Not just for you, for any
yeah,
guy. What do you,
yeah.
take us down that road of walking in the door and lining up next to a world-class centerman, and how's that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I don't think it's easy for anyone, but I think you just gotta, for me, I think you just gotta go out there and play your game, right? And I'm sure that's what they want me to do as well. And I'm sure that they want the puck as much as they can, but I think for me, you just got to go in there and play your game. And when the pass is there, make the pass. When the shot is there, shoot the puck. Right? You can't overcomplicate it, and you can't put them in tough spots. Even though that they can handle it and everything like that. Obviously, we've seen that over the years, but you just want to help them out and take some of the load yourself and that'll help them, right? And then hopefully, with time, we just keep building chemistry, through practice, through games, and hopefully, we keep growing our chemistry, and then we start clicking and everything like that, right? So I think for me, it's just going out there and just being myself and do what makes me successful.
Thank you for that, Andrew. We'll go to Reed Wilkins. Go ahead, Reed.
Hi, Andrew. Welcome to the Oilers. Well, I had a
All
question
right,
about
thank
playing
you.
with McDavid and Draisaitl, but I think that's been covered. So I'll go straight to my second question.
Yeah,
You just were on a team and I know you didn't go as far as you want to in the playoffs, but that went through a historic experience with the Ovechkin goal chase. I'm just wondering, can you try to summarize what it was like being part of that and seeing how he carried himself through all that hype and excitement? Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really cool season. So surreal, right? Ovi's a great guy as well, which makes it even better, right? I think me going there might have been a little, shy, nervous to kind of meet him, right? He's been around for so long, and like you said, he's breaking all these records, right? So he was genuinely a great guy, and me being a part of the his chase and being a part of that team was a really cool experience, right? Every time the team was on the road, it felt like a home game in half the arenas, right? Everybody was chanting and cheering for him, right? So it was really cool to be able to play with him, and yeah, he's just a awesome guy and an awesome goal scorer.
And I will ask you another one. I mean, you've obviously played in Canada most of your career, and you are Canadian, so you know what hockey's like in this country. You know about the coverage and the fan scrutiny and all that kind of stuff. Plus, you're joining a franchise, that's been within one win and then two wins of the Stanley Cup final. Like it's hot here to get over the finish line. I'm sure you're embracing that opportunity. Are you the type of guy that engages publicly, social media? Are you a guy, I got to block this out and keep my focus small? Just wondering how you handle that.
Yeah, I think it's obviously exciting, right? It's an exciting time to be an Oiler and be playing in the Canadian market. Obviously, that comes with the pressure from the fans and everything like that, and I don't think you can block it out. If I'm being honest, right? I'm a guy that watches TV watches hockey. I'm on all the apps and everything like that. I guess I could delete those, but it's interesting to me, I'd say, to say the least, right? So I don't really block it out too much. I just try to not let it, change the way I need to play, right? You're gonna have ups and downs in a season as a team, and personally, you're gonna be up and down in a season, right? So you just gotta not get too high, not get too low, and just again, keep doing what makes you successful, and keep doing what the team wants you to do so that they have success, right? And really just try to block out almost the media, and just worry about yourself, because that's all you can do, right?